Hi, guys. Eric Pathy here at PickDogs.com for your overnight Thursday report. We're back to college basketball, even though you did hit your college two-unit play today with Illinois State, I believe. And again, now we have the big boys. I can tell you, everybody. Costi just sent me. Actually, let me show you. You can. All the viewers can see it. This is how pumped Costi is. I know you might not be looking at me, Al, but I'll send
I
it to
can't
you.
see. Yeah.
I'll send it to you. I want to show the viewers. I just got a text from Costi, and that's the T-shirt he just bought. I'm from Baltimore. That's why! Exclamation mark! Because when they interviewed the guy, if you looked on social media, it didn't take them long for somebody to be taking advantage of that. Al, somebody says a quote after he's interviewed, and then next thing you know, enterprising world we live in.
I
T-shirt.
have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Everybody else, well, I'll send you when we get off the video. But everybody's pumped. They're ready. They interviewed the guy who made the winning shot for University of
Oh,
Maryland,
from Maryland, right.
and they said, how'd you make that? And he just looked at the guy. He said, I'm from Baltimore. That's
Yes.
why. And for
Yeah, yeah.
people that don't know, Baltimore is about an hour away from where they play. So just because you're in University of Maryland doesn't mean you're in Baltimore. So he was from like downtown Baltimore. So everybody that lives here where I live in Baltimore, again, running, somebody's making a lot of cash today and tomorrow morning till the game, because the game's tomorrow night. So, that's the fun part of the year that we live in.
Yeah.
I remember
What's that?
once.
There's this company. I'll give a plug for a T-shirt company. Some people might know of it. It's called Breaking T.
Okay.
And so what they do, that's their shtick, is um, whenever something happens, like they print the T-shirt the next day.
Right.
And so I bet if I go to breakingt.com, it's just the letter T. It's not TEE.
Right.
And I look
Type in
and I can
University of Maryland.
find. Well, I don't even have to. I just go there. It'll be like one of the first ones listed. Let's see. They've got Maryland, Year of the Turtle. I don't see. Yep, here it is. I just scrolled down. $34. Red and yellow.
That's it.
Maryland is. Oh, did he buy it from Breaking T?
I don't know where he bought it from. His is red and white and black. It says I'm from Baltimore. That's
No,
why!
no,
Excellent.
this one's red. This one's a red T-shirt with yellow writing and a white M for Maryland. Below it, it says, "I'm from Baltimore." That's why.
But
Derek
what's
Queen.
funny is, like, think about the monetization of somebody's words. This guy, he gets interviewed right after the game. He comes with a slick response, and now all these people are making money off what came out of his mouth. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
Um, yeah. This is well. This says it's licensed. They licensed it. It says
okay.
that it says licensed by the University of Maryland and
Oh, so maybe he is getting money
Turtle.
for it. Maybe he is getting money
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
That's wild.
Um, but people will rip off the like
Right.
the breaking T designs because like if you go to what are those like you go to buy T-shirts off Google or whatever,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like people will sell the designs and then you'll see the breaking T logo in the design they sell. So they're just so you talk about theft. They're just
Exactly.
taking the breaking T-shirt and then they're at T Public or whatever the websites are that sell the T-shirts. So it's what a crazy business that is. Just a rip off of people who have the
Well, and
original
the thing is, you
design.
take advantage of the momentum of whichever team is like pulling off the upset or winning. It's a very short-lived thing, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
it's a great business idea to do
oh
it.
yeah, 24 hours. So yeah, tomorrow night's going to be exciting. By the time everybody's watching this video, it'll be Thursday. I normally don't watch the games. I will watch. Look, I'm surrendering. I will watch the Maryland Florida game. If I'm going to watch a game, might as well, obviously, since every game matters
You
now.
might as well you might as well watch the last game of the year, right?
Woo! That's what I.
I'm just messing with
No,
you.
exactly, exactly. And then you got your team. Whether I don't know if you're betting on them or against them. What's Michigan
Michigan.
play on Saturday?
You know, I don't know which games are Thursday and which games are Friday. My brain doesn't work that way, but yeah,
I will
it's
tell you.
Thursday or Friday.
Okay, for everybody watching, BYU Alabama is tomorrow. Maryland Florida is tomorrow. Arizona Duke is tomorrow, and Arkansas Texas Tech is tomorrow.
Tomorrow being Thursday.
Tomorrow being Thursday.
In
Yes,
other words,
today,
today, the
today.
day you're watching.
guys, if you're watching this video today. So with that being said, guys, listen, let's rock and roll. We still got, as of the time of this recording, we don't know the results. 2 7-unit plays, I believe, in the NBA.
On the
Guys,
Lakers and Clippers, we did the Los Angeles two-step on Wednesday.
the
So
Los Angeles two-step. Okay, there you
yeah,
go.
as opposed to
Which,
the Texas two-step.
which team is playing at home today?
Neither one.
There you go. Isn't that wild? Neither
Yeah,
one.
neither
Uh,
one.
I thought usually it's schedules, one's at home, one's on the road, one's at home, one's on the road.
Yeah, it's yeah, they're both on the road. The Lakers are at Indiana, and I think that's the TV game. And
Got
then
it.
the Clippers are at the Knicks.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, with that being said, guys, don't overlook the fact NBA is still here and with us, and we, like he said in his last couple videos back, full action all the way till mid-April. So with that being said, I know you got a complimentary selection, I believe, in an NBA game tomorrow.
Yeah, and it actually involves the Lakers, so we don't yet know the result of their game versus the Pacers. You know, who knows what it's the NBA? You just never know.
Right.
But they're playing a team that just walloped them 5 days ago, and that's the Chicago Bulls. Chicago went into Staples Center, and I don't know, maybe it's not even called Staples Center anymore. Maybe it's got a stupid name I can't recall. But yeah, Chicago went into LA and beat them 146-115. The Lakers don't lose by 31 points at home very often, or any place for that matter. But when the Lakers are on the road, and they're a road favorite when playing with revenge, they're 57-36 ATS. So I think Chicago is going to have the Lakers' full attention on Thursday night. I'm not concerned that the Lakers are playing without rest, but because they are, you probably want to wait until 2:30 p.m. Eastern for the first injury report for the Lakers to come out, because you never know, because they're playing without rest, they could always sit LeBron or Doncic or someone. So if you're going to bet on the game, I like the Lakers, but just wait until the mid-afternoon to get the full injury report.
Yeah, and like I said, for clients that are watching this video, we have that 7-day trial offer for $1,000. I had a couple people text me, but one notable gentleman in Indiana, where you said one of the games you're on is playing tonight. I'm reading the text, so I'm not going to tell you his name. I have a $5,000 bankroll. I would like to use Big Al's All Access. I understand I need to grow my bankroll before being able to invest in the All Access. I'm open to any suggestions. So we had a nice phone call, and I told him, look, with a $5,000 bankroll, 0.5% or 1%, 50 a unit or 25 a unit. And, he has not yet joined because he's normally betting on this $5,000 bankroll. You know what I'm going to say. 300 to 500 a game, spinning his wheels for 6 months. Started with 5,000, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down. And this is the thing that I try to drive home to people watching these videos. This is long term. Like you said, I'm not a daily guy. I'm not a weekly guy. If you're going to risk 10 to 20% on every game, you're really good, you might be able to break even and just lose a little bit of juice and have fun. But what kept him from joining, and it's an interesting exercise, is that he didn't want to hear to actually practice the proper money management. It's like they want to be told, go all in. So I'm not willing to do that. I know that's not your style, Al. I told him, when you're ready to treat it more like a business and care more about the money management than the short-term results, then call me back and we'll get you set up.
Yeah, admittedly, for a lot of people, it's what I've run into for 46 years. Everyone wants to run before they can walk.
Right.
Everyone wants to be, they want to make the fortune today. They don't want to grind it out. And, let's face it. That's why bookmakers are in business. The guys who go all in every other day, instead of just grinding it out.
And I'll just say Nick. Nick, we love you. Nick made his final payment today for your All Access annual service. And, same scenario. It's a learning process. Even though he's making a lot of money with your games, have a bad week, increase the units, then lower the units, then increase the. You have to have that stability. And again, even our best clients like Nick, can fall prey to that short-term losing week, which is going to happen.
Yeah, and I think for a lot of the clients, one of the things I do like about being, in touch with the guys on a day-to-day business is you actually educate them. You can
Right.
say to them, hey, bet early, don't bet late.
Like I
Shop
had a
around the
new
numbers.
client.
Don't buy half points.
So, so,
That's
so today, I mean, we can say it. We don't know the result. You had a total move 6 points or something like that. And I had a client text me because he didn't check his Telegram till later in the day, and he said, "Should I buy it up?" A, you can't buy up 6 points. My exact words were, "Do not, do not buy it up." You know,
never buy a half point, much
but what
less
I
one,
real,
two, or
but what I
3 points.
realize, what I realize is, and again, this is more of a learning video for you guys watching, and then we'll end this. Is that when they ask me that, it's because they prior to joining were always buying on their own with no selections, thinking that they're getting an edge by buying.
Well, I think also there's a misunderstanding. We publish the line, the grading line, we can call it, and that's all just for transparency, right? Because we all have records, so we're saying like at the moment in time I released this game, the line was +5.
Right.
That is not saying you shouldn't bet it if the line is 4.5 or 5.5 or 6 or 3 or 2. It's still going to be a
So
play.
when,
I still like the play, but it's
so
just saying like
when
I
you
would be
have,
graded at this specific number. So people misunderstand and they think if the line has moved from +5.5 down to +4.5 that they should buy the point to get it back up to 5.5. No, just take it at the market number, bet it at 4.5, and you let the chips fall where they may.
and
Um,
to your word, we have a client. He's got a cool name. It's an interesting name, Kale. Kale in Colorado. I'm sure he's watching this video. He said, I give him the results of where he should stand, and he'll say my numbers are off, admittedly, because I had different lines. And when I bet him, and look, we can go back and then when this video Gonzaga last Saturday, I had clients push, I had clients Brett pushed, I had clients lose, I had clients win, but I'm dealing with our clientele is all around the country. Credit bookmakers, local bookmakers, offshore bookmakers, legal bookmakers. You even told me you saw on the Don Best screen it went from 5.5 down to 4.5,
that
back to
game
5.
bounced over a 12-hour period. That game must have bounced 8 times between 4.5 and 5.5.
So
It was all like pot luck. When did you bet it? Which
so
bookmaker did you bet it with, etc.
of course you're going to have that difference. But what I told the guy who lost, the couple guys that lost at 4.5, better to lose at 4.5 than buy, even though you don't think so, because
Yes.
it would have mattered in that game.
Yes, because if you look at the 20 games that didn't matter and you're paying a dollar, well, for one full point, you're paying $1.30, for
Exactly.
20 games that it didn't matter.
Exactly. So, like I said, with that being said, we're going to wait for that late Lakers play. We'll see what the line is, right? Is that correct?
Oh, for Chicago, yeah. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
tell, like currently the line's -3.5, but you just never know when a game's playing back to back. Los Angeles is not obligated to submit its injury report when it's unrested until I think it's either 1:30 or 2:30 p.m. local time. So that I think it's 1:30 p.m. local time. So that game is being played in Chicago, which means it's 2:30 p.m. Eastern, I believe, is when the injury report will be submitted. So definitely wait until after that, if not later, because sometimes on the injury report it will just say questionable. Well, then you're not going to know until 8 p.m.
There you
Whether or not
go.
that's been
Well, I'll
played.
be watching the game tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm from Baltimore. That's why. Have a good day, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Good day and good luck.